Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, Gun Breakdown, a beginner's guide. I'm Jonathan, and today we're going over our Glock series. Specifically, we are going to be going over our Glock 17, and we're going to be going over the disassembly and reassembly of this firearm. All right, let's get right into it. All right, so the first thing you're going to notice is that this is a custom color. This has a custom paint job, trigger job, and mag release, and this also has a threaded barrel. Now, what does that mean to you? All that it means is that this is still going to be the same Glock 17, just imagine it without the threaded barrel like that. So there isn't a difference. It's still going to fire just the same. It's still going to operate the same. It'll still break down and reassemble just the same. Now, when it comes to cleaning it, it'll be a little bit different because we do have to put a little bit of oil on the threads. But other than that, cleaning it is still going to be the same. All right, let's get into the disassembly. First things first, we're going to point the weapon in a safe direction. Make sure that there's no magazine inside, no source of ammunition. And we're going to do a physical and visual inspection on the chamber to clear it. Okay. I see that it's clear. I feel that it's clear. Okay. All right, and now that that's done, we can go ahead and send it forward. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to pull down the trigger. We're going to pull on the trigger, and then we're going to pull down this slide lock bar. You can see it has one right here on this side and one right here on the other, and it's one whole piece that runs through. So you're going to pull the slide back just a little bit. Pull both sides down at the same time, and then your slide will be able to come off just like that. If it takes you a few times to do it, that's okay. Initially, when I got my first Glock, the hardest part I had was getting this bar, the slide lock bar to pull down at the same time. That was my biggest difficulty. And then also having to, when you rack it, you reset the trigger. So you would have to pull the trigger. Okay, so we've broken it down into our pistol grip. Next is going to be our guide rod and spring. So we're going to go ahead and take that off. And now, since this is a threaded barrel, this won't come off. This won't just come off. We are going to have to take off the thread lock. Let's set that down to the side. And now we can take our barrel and disassemble that all the way. And there you go. That is the disassembly of the Glock 17. And now we're going to put it back together. So you're going to take your barrel, you're going to put that back on first. Don't worry, the next video is a cleaning video. Next, we're going to do the thread lock. Or the barrel nut, whatever you prefer, whatever term you prefer. Next, you're going to take the cylindrical end of your guide rod and spring, and you're going to, see this little rounded part right here. You're going to put that into this hole right here. Okay. And then you're going to set your flanged end right here in this little U shape, not up top on here, but in this U shape. There we go. Now we have that setting back on there. We're going to take our pistol grip, and you're going to take your slide, and you're going to run it across the grooves and make sure that it's even. And now that we got it back on there, go ahead and put it back on all the way. Rack it back to the rear. And it'll lock back just in place like that. You don't have to do anything fancy. You don't have to push any buttons or anything like. There's nothing else to do. The Glock slides will just rack back and stay on when you let them go, if you've put it back together correctly. All right, now we're going to do what's called our functions check. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pull the trigger and we should hear a click. Okay, now we're going to reset the trigger by racking the slide back. This time you're going to hold the trigger down and rack the slide. Click. Then let go of the trigger. You should hear a soft clunk. Next, you're going to pull the trigger again. Click, and then reset it. And that is how you disassemble and reassemble and do a functions check on your Glock 17 pistol. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, comment, and share. And we'll see you on the next one.